Well, hello. It is Friday, end of day. Parking lot was full of people, so I'm on an alternative path, hoping to avoid other people on a walk. Feel good, relaxed, not as high energy at the end of the day. Some days have been. What do you call it? What happened today? Today, Friday, 133 dials. That's good. And one booked demo. Now, the one booked demo was an interesting one, was because that was a guy who replied to an email being like, hey, I just want to know a bit more about the program. And then so I called him in the morning and left a voice message being like, hey, I saw your email, wanted to give you a call to explain it a bit. Give me a call back whenever you hear this, just to be like an approach of kind of going like, hey, I want you to hear the sound of my voice so that you understand the intention I have with talking to you, which is not like, hey man, like this is the best program ever, like you're gonna want to buy now, which is very more high pressure sales tactics. And I want it to come across more just being like, I have no idea whether or not this program is going to be useful for you. So the fastest way we can figure out whether it is if we have a conversation. Oh, and he was he actually called back, so that was cool that worked. Actually, there were 2 voicemail returns, which rarely happens. But the result of that was a booked demo. He said, like, he asked good questions, asked about price, so then I gave the price, and then he went like, oh, that's steep, but I guess I see the value there. And at that point in time, I wanted to start talking, but I remember watching, it was a YouTube short by Alex Hormozy, as well as a YouTube short of the UK's most hated sales trainer, where they said one of the biggest mistakes that newer salespeople make is when the customer is ready to buy, they talk too much and then talk the person out of the sale kind of thing, where what you have to do is just stay quiet. And like in the YouTube short, they're going like if they're ready to pay, just be like, okay, cool, and ask for their credit card and be quiet, just like go with it. But in this circumstance, because I wasn't actually trying to close him in as much, but if I just let him speak, gave him the space to really think things through out loud, he just, you just need to give them the space to rationalize it. And just, I think it was just more seeing that message from those 2 videos being applied in a real life situation, and then having a better understanding of why it is a good lesson that they're teaching there. Just as because I easily could have just kept talking, trying to selling, and then he's like, I don't know what it is psychologically. When you think for yourself out loud, you feel like, I guess you feel in control, you're in charge of the thought. And so you're more willing to go like, okay, well, I guess it is expensive, but I mean, the value's there. I probably, if I could get some clients from that, I'd pay it back. Like I'd get my return on my investment rather quickly. So it seems worth it. Whereas if they are the person saying that, then that actually has power and impact. Whereas if I'm saying it to them, it's like, of course I'm going to say that because I'm the person selling it. But so it just was one of those things that I went like, okay, that is what that actually looks like in real life, rather than the theory of it. And then there was another call back from someone who I know I left the message I left with the gatekeeper was kind of like it was like, I forget what their name is, I made it up. I go like, what's the name? I can only think of their actual name, and I don't want to say that. I go like, is Susan in today? And then she went like, oh, I'll try her. Who can I tell her who's calling? And no, I don't love giving the name, because then if they're not there, they will have a record of me calling, and then so the next time I call, I can't just kind of sneak by. But so I said, it's Duncan. But I said it in a way of going like, of course you should know me. Like, it's me. To just kind of trigger that subconscious familiarity, like assuming that like she should know who I am, but not in a like a condescending way, but more of a like, this is not the first time we've met sort of tone. And then so she went, oh, okay, and she bought it, and I went going like, oh, I guess that worked. But then when Susan, which is not the name of the person, called me back, she said, going like, oh, that makes more sense. I didn't understand why this was your phone number, because her accountant's name is Duncan as well. And so I was like, huh, that's funny. But the outcome of that call was, because I picked up and I said like, hey, it's Duncan with Planswell. And then she went, sorry, what? And then I explained going like, yeah, like I called you. Technically it was a cold call. So now that you know that, you can either hang up or give me 30 seconds to see what we have to offer. And then she went, oh, it's on a Friday afternoon. I'll give you the 30 seconds. The result of that, like, went through the pitch. It made sense, the program, but she wasn't as capacity, so couldn't actually use it. But then so I'm like, okay, so like, if just looking to the future, would this program maybe be worth having a conversation about in like 6 to 12 months kind of thing? Just to kind of like see, if you're not at capacity and you specifically are trying to downsize, is that what you're going to be doing for the rest of your life? Which sometimes is the case. But because I asked this question in this circumstance, she said, well, like, actually, like, the business is, like, right now we're trying to downsize, but the business always grows. The landscape looks different. So, like, maybe a call in 6 to 9 months. Like, I can't promise anything, but it might look different. And then so it just was going, okay, that's a positive outcome, because prospecting is the goal of it is to figure out, to find people who have the problem that we solve and want to solve it. And so the outcome of this conversation was someone who didn't have the problem that we had at this point in time, but might in the future, and would like to solve that problem in the future when they have it. So it is just like, okay, well, we'll flag this person. That isn't just like, okay, you're never going to use the program or you're not picking up, but like it's a lead. And I think that, I mean, I don't know how all purchase decisions are made, but what I do know, and I was listening to something last night which was talking about how if you want to be effective, you should figure out, like, there's 3% of potential buyers want to buy now and just need help making that decision, whereas the vast majority of people don't want it right now. However, there's like 40%, as just a number, people who might want it in the next 3 to 36 months. And so if you are able to build a connection with that person who might need it in 2 years' time, day one, and then just do follow-ups. And again, you're not trying to close them and go like you have to buy it right now, but you're just being like, hey, I'm not going to let you forget about me, and I will be here for you when you think you might need me. So that's just a different perspective to be using it. And so I think it was just more what I'm happy about and feel positive is the fact that although the outcome wasn't a demo booked, it wasn't a decisive no, and it wasn't an indecisive no. Like an ambiguous answer, like I have to think about it. Let me think about it and get back to you. That just is a no. I don't want to talk to you right now. That's really all that means. But the outcome is just, I'm repeating myself, the outcome just was a positive one, and I'm happy about it. Didn't go to the gym this morning again. Also learned, I don't know when I learned it, but realized this is a long weekend, so that's interesting. Doesn't feel like it. Made, I think it's 722 dials this week, so that's good. Totaling, it's less than 10 demos booked. I think it's either 8 or 9. I think it's 8. It might be 9. As well as the one that was booked for today. It didn't show, like, whatever the thing is, it didn't show the person having shown up. So whatever. I know 4 demos were held of the ones that I scheduled. And yeah, I don't think I'm going to do much tonight. I think I'm going to relax. I need to edit this video, like a video for today. Probably going to procrastinate that, even though I don't want to. I need to get in the habit of going to the gym, because I have everything else in line. Also, I'm noticing, like, I would much prefer get up early, because I'm not liking I feel like it's like I have no time for myself. Like, it's just like I wake up and then I'm working at work, and then I get the day's over and it's like, oh my God, like it's already the evening. It doesn't feel like I have time for myself, even though I'm spending that time doing things for myself. But I know if I wake up early, go gym, then come home, and it's only 7:30 in the morning, I still have, or even 7, I still have from like 7 until 9. So there's 2 hours of stuff that I can do. Like if I just want to read or something, that would make the day feel longer, more full, and not I wake up and I'm already cold calling people. Yeah, I think that's all I have to talk about. Yeah, nothing else is coming to mind. Feeling good. Oh no, that's what I wanted to say. That's why I haven't ended it, because it didn't feel like the end. Is what I like about this job is the flexibility. Here's why. Is because I just can see myself, and have been doing so, like midway through the day, stop calling, like stop doing work to do something that I'd like and edit a video, which is what I was doing between like 2 to 4. I was kind of mostly editing videos, because I already had like 120 dials from the morning until that point. And then periodically I got like the 2 phone calls from people. And I think it's more just I can do what I'd like to do while I'm on working hours that aren't technically work. That helps balance out the day while still getting work done. And I think we're like, I'm just going, if I'm in an office, you're not working 100% of the time you are there. There's sometimes that you're not. And if you can structure your day such that you schedule time where you're not working, then that not working idle time doesn't become just like, you don't just lose 3 hours because you were just scrolling on the internet, just kind of doing nothing. But it was actually like, hey, these 2 hours during my work time, I'm not going to do work. So then the other time is like, oh, this is designated work time. But because I'm at home, and not, if I was at an office, the non-work time would be doing something I wouldn't want to be doing, which is just like mindlessly scrolling the internet. Whereas I can actually be doing like a hobby that I enjoy doing, which is editing videos while I'm at work, which wouldn't be possible unless I had my own computer that I was using while I was at home. So I just like that. I like how it works. But because it also goes like, because it's a cold calling role, if we can figure out the data that indicates what the best time of day to call that you should be biased towards, then it's like, because today it's like okay, I'm gonna do my own thing from 2 to 4, because I haven't really been having success booking people or connecting with people during this time. But then once 4 o'clock hits, I know that's money time, so I'm just gonna go back to it. But it's interesting, because I guess it's like, that's actually what productive work looks like. Because if the non-productive work makes your productive work more productive, then that non-productive work is productive. Like if when you're at the end of the day, you spend 4 hours just binging Netflix or watching YouTube videos or whatever it is. So like you're just doing that, which doesn't feel productive, but that allows you to work 12 hours a day. Then that non-productive time is productive. Yeah, yeah, that's that. We're gonna chill. I need to get some more MCT oil. But that's the day. I want to do that one again. But that's the day.